In the next 10 minutes, you guys are going to learn the most important thing for playing defense in Madden 22. Now, you won't believe this game, but stay tuned. The craziest ending of the year, all right? So, I believe Clef is running Bengals on offense. You're going to see a lot of people running Bengals on offense, and I believe Tampa Bay on defense. Now, they both run 3-5 wide, but Gabagol is running a zone coverage. We've talked a lot about Clef with his man defense. Gabagol likes to run Mike Blitz 3 a lot. Now, you start there. That time he went ahead and took his slot, manned him up to the slot receiver, because the slot receiver runs a post or a corner out that's so deep, it gets over the top of every zone drop in the game. Now, a lot of times people are going to go ahead and audible from gun bunch to tight slots HB weak, and they're going to go ahead and run flood. They're going to go ahead and run about, can't remember, it's like flood post drive or something like that. Lots of good plays that you can just rotate between the two of them. And this is what makes defense so incredibly difficult in this game, is just zones and pass rush. The pass rush in Madden 23 is way better, okay? I'm talking, it is god tier. It is cracked. So it's gonna be really difficult to be able to get a pass off, which makes crossers almost dead, to be honest. So right there, Gabagol actually takes a cross man, and this is something I've been seeing a little bit about in Madden 22 as of late, is people like to go ahead and cross man to essentially make it to where you can't throw the wheel route late like a lot of people do, and it's more so something to throw you off. You can still throw it early, but you can't throw it late like a lot of people like to. When it's like man defense, you gotta throw it late. When it's zone defense, you gotta throw it at specific timing. The cross man just simply throws you off. So 3rd and 10 right here, send a blitz. It doesn't matter what play they go to, what formation they go to, you send the dogs. Right here, I'm expecting a post route. There's almost always a post route from this play, and the post route has to be your user. You can see right there, that's why you always use the post route. Now, next gen movement next year, I don't think it's any better. I think it's about the same. Some people would disagree with me, but right there, Scream Team. I don't know. I don't think it's any better. Spin moves have been nerfed in Madden 23. Spin moves are pretty much dead altogether. But right there, good old-fashioned classic out of reach. Number one thing everybody does, including pro Madden players. You see right here, 2 pros going at it. They try to go for a play, try to make a play on the ball when they're clearly out of position. If you know you're going to get the out of reach animation because you are not close enough to the ball carrier to begin with, don't bother going for that. Click on, let the receiver catch the ball, and just make a tackle. It's a habit for even myself. Everybody has that bad habit. Just make the tackle instead of trying to go for a pick, because unless you have an acrobat somewhere, you aren't going to get any sort of chance in diving after it. So again, right here in Madden 23, that is not open. Zones are that good. They actually play underneath when you tell them to play underneath. So again, he likes to go between bunch, offset, and tight slots HB wheel. There are so many different plays between the two. You can, in reality, you have about 9 different plays. And what I mean by that, you have 4 audibles out of bunch offset, you have 4 audibles out of tight slots HP weak, and you come out in a different play that's not any audible. So that's why you have 9 different plays. But again, post routes. What are we talking about? We are talking about post routes. Yet again, post route, downfield, wide open. Always use a post route. To get you guys ready for Madden 23, I'm offering free weekly coaching sessions, ebooks, and a whole lot more in the Discord server. Now, after one coaching session, Tayway went on to beat the #1 ranked player in the world, and John Robb was bagging running back wheel routes. And this is all from what I think is the best defense in Madden 23. Join today, and let's get back to this video. Most post routes get over the top of a 30-yard zone drop. So always use the post, unless you have some defense, some magical defense that keeps your escape artist or a mobile QB in the pocket. Always use the post route. And the moment they can go ahead and break contains or get outside of contain, that's when the post route gets open. That's the only reason these posts and crossers are so good, is because you can get out of the pocket so easy, and it sucks down your zones. So right here, bunch, bunch. We've talked about this a million times. We're going to talk about it again. Verticals. Verticals, 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 verticals. Every single time. Just prepare yourself for verticals. Okay, that's Clef's favorite go-to play, is just gun bunch verticals. You'll see him block his tight end, put his running back in Texas route, and just snap the ball. So right here, flip. This is the most difficult run to just gap shoot because of how good the blocking is. It's an inside zone split. Dollar 3-5 wide, even my 3-5 normal run defense, I have trouble gap shooting this. It's more so one that you have to dive tackle, just because the way the tight end pulls and then the way that the line blocks, it's a whole different ball game. So again, watch the post. There we go. That's a lot better. If you don't watch that post in that situation, what you're doing, you're giving up another touchdown because he didn't guard the post route. As I was talking about, the blocking out of this inside zone split is really, really good. It's hard to gap shoot out of any defense. In fact, I don't really think there is an actual gap shoot out of it. It's more one of those that you have to dive tackle. But again, what do we talk about? Guard the crosser, guard the everything deep, and he gets lucky. Okay, sometimes Madden 22 is not always about luck, or it's not always about skill. It's sometimes about who gets luck. In this case, he gets really lucky. Now, 15 seconds is quite a bit of time. Even with 2 timeouts, it's a lot of time in Madden 22, especially if you can get out of bounds. So in this case, Gabagol needs to protect the sidelines. In this situation, if you're sending the blitz, you need to let them make everything in bounds. You should not be worried about any shallow thing. You should be worried about the deep pass. You can see right there, gets the shed, 2nd 20. Send the house. Send that slot corner off the edge as well. Send 6 and engage with your user, because those are gonna, their chances are they're gonna go ahead and max pro right here. You can see he doesn't send his user, and he actually misses the cross right there. That crosser was gonna be wide open for an easy dot, but Gabagol gets lucky. Okay, keeps him in bounds. With 5 seconds left, guys, it's critical, absolutely critical that you keep it in bounds right here. Gabagol is going to get super lucky, but this is why you have Acrobat for situations like this. So clearly the receiver's wide open, and Acrobat go crazy because he gets just a really bad ball placement, even with that eye. But unfortunately, Gabagol right here, I was worried about this when I was actually watching this game live. I don't think he had the kick power, and it clearly doesn't. He's going to go ahead and bounce off the crossbar. Clearly not enough power, so we now know he can go ahead and not make it from 60 yards. But 1st and 10, Gabagol's up 7. Clearly, Clef needs a touchdown to be able to get back into this game. Little late on the user right there, but essentially, Flood is a pick and choose. If you don't have the perfect zone drops to stop Flood, you pick between the out route, you pick between the dig route, you pick between the streak and the flat. And essentially, you just got to pick your poison and guard whatever you're going to guard. You got to stay committed. That's the big thing about Madden 22 is you're going to commit to a deep cross, you commit to the deep crosser. Now, right there, a really nasty thing you can do is click on. We talk about click on. Talk about click on all the time. You just click on. You can get so baity by clicking on, because even if you send your flat, you click on and the ball is thrown, it clicks on your nearest defender, and you can often get a pick just from getting super good at clicking on. It's that simple. Now right there, first, this is gonna be about their 2nd and 1. I run commit right here, okay? 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna run commit. If he goes ahead and passes the ball, good for him. But I'm just gonna go ahead and expect the pass. I'm gonna expect the run anyway. So goal line, if you didn't see the play, what would you do? Would you run commit right here? I would. I like the call of run committing in this situation because you have a fullback dive, and it's really hard to stop the leap over the top of the fullback dive. It's really tough. But again, inside zone split, really tough gap shoot. Gets a good gap shoot, but the tight end misses his blocking. Usually, if the tight end misses his block, it's either the guard or the center that's going to pick you up instead. So it's a tough run to be able to stop, consistently stop. So right here, we always know he wants to go for a crosser or some sort of post route. In this case, it looks like the hot routes are not set up for that. He's going to go ahead and he's going to audible over to the okay, so post route, as we're talking about, watch the post route, watch your crosser. That is your responsibility every single time, because right here, there's no zones over there to guard it. He goes ahead and has a hook curl or a vert hook on the running back side. I believe it's probably just to kind of push him away from the real way up. But right here, again, crossers post, crossers post, crossers post. I'm okay with giving up that underneath stuff because now it's going to be fourth and manageable. And in this situation, if we're going to send a blitz, definitely send a blitz right here, but make sure you have your flats to play the flats, okay? Don't have any kind of deep zone drops if you're going to send a blitz. You can see right here, really disagree with playing maximum coverage, and this is why. That's exactly why you should never play maximum coverage on 4th and 4. Send a blitz, have your curl flats out 5, and pray they can go ahead and play the flats. You've got to play pressure right there. You can't play passive. You can't play, as I like to call it, sissy defense or hoe defense, okay? Play aggressive. 1st and 10. The game is tied. He's running inside zone split again. Gets super lucky with that block shot. I believe Clef must have been holding RT in that situation. Bad habit. Break it, guys. But right here, flood. Okay, audible over to a gun bunch of verticals. As we're talking about max or block your tight end running back on a Texas route. Always guard the crosser. Never ever not guard the crosser verticals. The moment they get outside is the moment it is GG's. You can see right there what happens if he can't get out of the pocket. He can't hit that crosser. He gets out of the pocket. He can hit the crosser. That's how good verticals is, and that's why it's important to have and learn a good contained defense in Madden 22. So right here, what do? We guard the post route. He has a one-play touchdown wide open, but instead I believe that was a playmaker downfield. Maybe that wasn't. Maybe it was just like a late post route. But always guard the post. Always guard the crossers. I'm going to emphasize that like 5 million more times. You're going to say, yo, T, just shut up about these posts and talk about something else. But it's that important. If somebody says it multiple times, it's that important. So going back into gun tight slots at HB week, what are we talking about again? Posts and crossers, baby. Watch the posts and crossers every single time. That's always going to be your user assignment. You can see right there, there's the corner out. Corner out is going to be wide open, easy dot. That time there was no post route, but you got to pay attention to your zone drops. If you don't have a zone drop over there, take care of that, then you got to go ahead and use it. You always want to go ahead and take away the deep stuff. That's why I mentioned guarding the post, guarding the crosser. You always want to take away the deep route and happily give up the underneath. If you know there's a one-play touchdown coming up and you don't set your defense up accordingly to stop it, you should go ahead and use that, right? It should be pretty obvious. I think for most players, it'd be like, yeah, use the one-play touchdown every single time. Now right here, craziest thing in the game I've ever seen. I believe that's an accurate kick, but he gets an inaccurate block. And well, again, Clef gets just super unlucky. He's going to go ahead and dashboard. But if you guys are new to the channel, as always, hit that subscribe button. My goal is 2K. If we can hit 2K by the beginning of Madden 23, that would be incredible. So hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. As always, join the Discord link in the description. But please, if you're going to join, be committed, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, 'cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah.